Okay, second grade, welcome back to your grade level link. And for our project this week, we're going to practice drawing the human hand. Now, what's so cool about the human hand is you can take a ruler and you can measure it out to help you draw it onto your paper. But if I look at the human hand like this, I see two shapes. I see a circle down here, which is the palm of the hand. And if I look up here, I see a triangle. Do you see the triangle and the circle in my hand? But what's interesting too about the human hand is this triangle from the tip to the base is the same height as the top and the bottom of that circle. So if I take my circle here, and I'm going to pan you down so you can watch and then you can try. And we're just using some old scrap paper today. And if you have a sketchbook, you can practice this lots of times, or if you have some computer paper at home. And I'm going to use, let's see, I think I'm going to use my blue marker here. And I'm going to lay my circle onto my paper. And I'm just going to trace it. So if you have something round at home, you can use it too. All right. Now what I want to do is take my ruler and I want to measure how high that circle is. So if I measure my circle, it is 5 inches tall. So what I want to do is take the 5 inches and drag them up and make a mark at the top. So if I write 5 here, I have to turn this around so that way you can see. So my circle is 5 inches tall, and the space from here to here is 5 inches too. Do you see that? Now, this mark tells me where to put the tip of my finger. So I'm going to put a little curve right there, and that's the top of my tallest finger. Now what I can do is I can go in now and I can draw that triangle that I was talking about. So I'm going to start on the side of my circle, go up to that little rainbow on both sides. Don't make it too skinny. And there's sort of a triangle. You see how it looks like a triangle? And that gives me the setup for the human hand. So now what I want to do is take the tip of my finger and draw. I'm looking at my hand here. Do you see I'm using it? I'm going to actually just turn my paper around for 1 second. All right. So now I'm going to draw my next fingertip and the one to the side and my pinky. Do you see how I kind of marked them out? And now I'm going to connect them to the bottom of the circle. So my pointer finger goes down and it touches the circle. And here's the other side of my pointer finger coming down. And you have to look at your finger to see where your knuckles are and all your little curves, because a finger is not perfectly straight. So here is my next finger going down. I have my knuckle there. And my ring finger going down. And then my pinky going on the edge. And now what I can do, I hope you can see that, is I'm going to go and just connect my wrist here on the one side. And now you can see where my thumb is on this side. So I'm just going to turn this around so I don't draw it backwards. I sometimes do that when I'm on the camera. And my thumb comes out and it has a tip and it curves around. But check that out. Do you see how I was able to make a hand by using the triangle and the circle. And by making sure I measure them so they are the same at the top and the bottom, it helps me lay out the circle and the triangle to make the hand the right size. Now, let's try something different. Let's try a different size circle just for fun to see if it does the same exact thing. And I think, let's see, do I have a circle in my studio here? Here is, oh, I know. Let's try something really small. I'm gonna use the bottom of this egg, okay? So let's try Mr. Price's trick. I take my circle and I put it down. Okay. Certainly a lot smaller, right? And I want to measure it. Now I want to show you another little trick. If you don't have a ruler at home, by the way, my circle is 1 3/4 inches. But if you don't have a ruler, let me show you. You can take a separate piece of paper and you can just mark the top and the bottom. Do you see how I did that? I just marked it. So if I lay that on top, you can see how I did that. So again, if you don't have a ruler, you don't need to know the exact measurement. You can just use that as a guide. And now I take the space and touch the top of the circle and put a little mark up here. Okay, so I measured it and it's the same height as the circle now. And now I'm gonna draw the triangle. This is my tall man up here. I'm gonna draw my ring finger here, my index finger and my pinky, and connect them to the bottom. And then on the side, I draw my wrist coming up, and my thumb curves out and connects to the hand. And you can see I was able to draw another hand. Now, as you start to practice, you can try to draw the front of the hand or the back, and pay attention to all the different lines or the details on the human finger, like the nails, and you can go in and you can start to add the lines and the knuckles, and as you get better at it, you can start to add some shadow, and you can start to make the hand. Now, what's interesting is as you start to learn how to make the hand, if I want to make the hand, say, sideways, it's the same idea. This is the same measurement as that here. So if I take my circle again, and I'll use the inside this time. See how I did that? I'll take my piece of paper and measure how big my circle is, and this time, instead of turning it on the top like that, I'm gonna lay it on the side and put my marks. Do you see how I did that? Now it's on the side, and this time, this becomes, and obviously you're not gonna use the whole circle. The circle is just there to give you a measuring guide, but that's my finger now sideways. And I have another finger in front. I have to just turn it a little bit because I gotta observe and check out what I'm doing. And I have to just turn this around for a minute, guys. I have my thumb, and there's my fingernail, and here is my other parts of my hand. But if I draw it like that, do you see now how my hand is sideways like that? Pretty cool, right? So just by learning how to take a circle and making a triangle that's the same height as the circle, you can start to learn how to make the human hand. So boys and girls, I know this is going to take practice and it's going to take time, but you will see how much better your drawing is. And you will not want to draw a hand that looks like that anymore, because you'll be able to see every time you see your hand a circle and a triangle. I think it's so cool. The human body is amazing. Don't you think so? So give it a try. See if you can draw the human hand in scale. Now, if you master the project and you'd like to show me, I'd love to see it. You can email me at pricet@pearlriver.org. And if you master this hand project, you can click on another grade level link and see what they're doing as well. Please don't forget to fill out the Google form, which is located on the home page of my website. And keep on practicing, keep on drawing, and tune in next time and we'll have more fun online. Talk to you soon.